I've been meaning to get around to filming this for ages, but Theo demands all of my attention. So I've seen on my Instagram stories a month or so ago that I asked if anybody had any questions about breastfeeding, because I wanted to put together kind of a breastfeeding Q&A. Theo and I have been feeding now for 6 months. I cannot believe how fast the time has gone. So I thought this is a really good time to answer some questions about the beginning and how difficult it was, and yeah, just any questions that any of you might have. So I've got the questions here on my phone and I'll just fire through some of the questions that I got on Instagram. So the first question is, what did you find most difficult about breastfeeding? If you've read any of my breastfeeding updates, you'll know breastfeeding did not come easy for us. No matter how hard I tried, we always seemed to have yet another obstacle. Certainly in the beginning, I think just the sleep deprivation from breastfeeding was really, really difficult. I know all new mums are sleep deprived, but if your baby's on formula, obviously you can give whoever, dad, granny, granda, milk, and they can take care of the baby and give you a bit of a break. Obviously with breastfeeding you can't do that, and I think it was just pretty exhausting having to feed him myself all the time. Theo is an insanely hungry baby. He still feeds so frequently. He's less snacky baby. Rather than having a big feed and then waiting 2 hours, he'd much rather feed every 20 minutes for 5 minutes and so on. So I just think the sleep deprivation really, really got to me. That being said, it's really important, I think, to find a good routine for you. I personally found lying down in bed at night, feeding him in the lateral feeding position. I used the Bellman feeding cushion and it made nighttime feeds so much easier. Theo was safe in the little Bellman baby pod. I knew I couldn't roll on top of him and I knew he wouldn't be able to roll onto me, and honestly it was just much more comfortable for us at night. Yeah, I think probably the sleep deprivation was the most difficult thing for me at the beginning anyway. Still sleep deprived now, but I think I'm just a bit more used to it. So the next question is, what helped make breastfeeding easier in the beginning? Well, as I've said, the Bellman feeding cushion obviously really, really helped us at night time. In daytime, I used the Baby Move B cushion. I got it during pregnancy along with the Baby Move Dream Belt, but I'd seen that you could use the cushion as a feeding cushion. It's like a peanut shaped cushion, and it's not your generic feeding cushion shape, but I really, really found it was helpful. I still use it now when I'm feeding Theo in the house. Couldn't have been without my lanolin cream. Obviously your nipples take such a hit when you start breastfeeding, and even now when Theo's teething, he chomped down on me quite a lot, so the lanolin helps massively with that. The same breast pads were a major help in the beginning. You leak so much at the beginning. I did not know it was possible. I was soaking through bras, t-shirts. So the Lansanu breast pads were a godsend, and they're so absorbent. They hold so much without leaking, which is amazing. So the next question is, any ride or die breastfeeding products? Well, as I just said, the lanolin cream and breast pads are a must when you're starting breastfeeding. The Lansanu compact electric breast pump, if you're wanting to express once your supply is established, I'd highly recommend that pump. It's so compact and tiny. You can put it in any bag, in your handbag, genuine bag, whatever you fancy. And it's not noisy either, so if you're out and about in public and you need to pump, it's definitely a recommended product. Breastfeeding clothing, I think, would be ride or die breastfeeding products that I had to have. Chico Jack's t-shirts are a must in my opinion. They've got handy little zippers in all the right places, and they make feeding out in public a lot easier. And they also do mummy and baby matching tees, and what more could you want? The next question is, how long do you plan to breastfeed for? Obviously that's a really tricky question. Everybody's answer is going to be different. I personally don't want to put any pressure on myself and say I will feed Theo until he's 2 years old or 3 years old or 1 year old or whatever. I just want to see what Theo wants to do. I'm personally happy breastfeeding for as long as Theo wants to feed. I'm absolutely loving feeding him, and I'm pretty sure Theo loves it too. But that being said, tomorrow he might decide that he's had enough and he doesn't want to feed anymore. So I think just with such a crazy journey that we've had, I just want to wait and see what Theo wants to do. But we have no plans to stop in anytime soon. Oh, so the next question is, how can I increase my milk supply? Number one way to increase your milk supply is to feed. I personally don't feed Theo to a schedule. I don't think it would work for Theo, it wouldn't work for me. He's a hungry baby. I don't think it would be remotely useful to us. Certainly my lactation consultant said if you're worrying about supply, feed. Your body is amazing, and the more you feed, the more milk you're going to make. So yeah, that would be my number one tip if you're worried about milk supply, is feed as often as your baby wants to feed. Even if that means they want 2 minute we feed and then they want to sit down for 25 minutes and feed, whatever it is, feed as often as you can. Another thing for increasing milk supply is to drink loads of water and eat oats. I have a bowl of oats every single morning for breakfast. I also have at least one smoothie in the day, if not two, and then my smoothies have oats in them as well. I always find after I've had oats that my milk supply is considerably greater, so I'd recommend that. And I know there's some herbal remedies as well. I haven't had issues with my milk supply, so I haven't tried any herbal remedies, but I know if you Google that there's some great remedies out there as well. The next question is, what happened with your mastitis? If you've read my last update, you'll know I got mastitis when Theo was admitted to hospital. Honestly, I don't know if I had it before I went into hospital and I just didn't notice, whether I got it in hospital and I didn't notice because obviously I was worried about Theo. Honestly, I don't know. But I got mastitis and I went to the EOU about it, and they told me that it was just normal mastitis, have some antibiotics and rest and you'll be fine. And unfortunately, as you've read, that was not the case. Having a breast abscess was the most terrifying thing ever. As I said to the people in hospital, I'd have rather gone through the traumatic birth I had with Theo 10 times over than have an abscess again. And yeah, I'm really proud that we kept feeding through it. All the lactation consultants and doctors were amazed that we kept feeding through it. And breastfeeding is so much easier now, so it was well worth persevering with. So yeah, that's all the questions. Of course, if you've got any other questions, you can leave me a comment or send me a DM if you don't want to do it publicly. I'm always happy to talk about my breastfeeding experience or give any tips or advice if I can. Or if you just want an ear to listen out to many of the breastfeeding woes that every woman has. And yeah, my messages are always open. So thanks so much for watching.